Hey everyone, and welcome back to News to Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And today we're going to talk about on whether Black Panther should be replaced. Chadwick Boseman should be replaced. Excuse me. And I'm not exactly going to talk about on who is going to be replacing Chadwick Boseman. I'm not even going to look at a select few of potential actors that can possibly replace Chadwick Boseman. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I've been actually reading through social media, specifically Twitter and Facebook, and I've been reading a lot of comments, and some of the comments have been really rather disgusting, and it doesn't really amaze me on how abhorrent these people can come across when it comes to asking that kind of question, and how heartless and inconsiderate that they come across when asking something like that. Like I discussed and like I mentioned before in my last video, Chadwick Boseman passed away at age 43 of stage 3, stage 4 colon cancer. And he was terminally ill for like the last almost 4 years, where he's had countless surgeries in between films. He's known about this since like maybe a little bit before the start of shooting Civil War, Captain America Civil War. And he's kept it private in the public. He's kept it private from his family, his friends and relatives. I think the only people he had, well, not his family, excuse me. I think the only people he had to discuss this with was, of course, his family and Disney and Marvel Studios. He went on this like a trooper, like a really true fighter. And the fact that people are even discussing on who can be the potential replacement of Chadwick Boseman, it just it flabbergasts me, like, because now's not the time, and as far as who's going to be the replacement is irrelevant right now. And and I see comments such as they better not replace Chadwick Boseman because he was the perfect Black Panther, he was the only and true Black Panther. Well, I mean, you may feel that way, yes, because he did an amazing job. He delivered an amazing performance. I am not going to deny that whatsoever. The issue is that how the fans are going about it, they're going about it in a very fanatic way, where to the point it becomes unbearable. And these people are like, the way they speak about how Chadwick Boseman should and only be the only Black Panther and should never be replaced by anybody else is just fanatics. Like that's what these people sound like. And I understand celebrities live up to deliver great expectations. I understand the fans have great expectations of these celebrities. They hold them into a very high standard because of who they are, and these celebrities, do a good job delivering that, and it's shown because of the reactions of the fans. And as a fan myself, I consider myself an average fan, but I never go to the extent of like saying, "Oh, only Hugh Jackman can play Wolverine. Only Michael Keaton can play Batman. Only Jack Nicholson can play the Joker, and only Christopher Reeves can play Superman." While it's really nice to be fans of these celebrities who portrayed a certain character that you love, I'm pretty sure the celebrities feel the same way, where you think that they did an amazing job and they feel honored to have played a role and to deliver that kind of entertainment to you. But at the same time, there are a lot of like humble celebrities out there who feel like they haven't delivered 100% of the performance that they delivered in these films. For example, you look at Christian Bale, who played Batman. That guy knew what he was doing. He knew when his time was going to be up, because I'm going to keep it here at a buck for you. No celebrity ever can play the same part. We're going to get into the specifics of comic book characters. No celebrity ever can play the same exact comic book character forever. I mean, us human beings go through a thing called aging. At one point, our time is up, and we're gonna have a successor. That's just the reality of it. Right now is not the time to discuss about who can be the potential replacement of Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther, because we should give time and to the family to grieve, and just deal with this. It is a very shocking situation to like the fans, the relatives of Chadwick Boseman, his friends, and especially his family. I never it never crossed my mind when watching these movies, these comic book movies when I was a kid and growing up, like, The Dark Knight and everything like that, that Heath Ledger should never be replaced. It never crossed my mind. Yes, it was a very sad thing that, he died, and I wish he could have, continued on and playing the Joker. But the fact of the reality is, and this is the harsh truth, you got to move on. People move on. In fact, somewhere deep in ourselves, we want to see somebody else portray the characters that we know and love and perhaps get a different take, a different interpretation. That's the meaning of moving on to a new era. There's always a kind of character for you to enjoy from various eras. There was the Cesar Romero Joker, there was the Jack Nicholson Joker, there was the Heath Ledger, there's the Jared Leto, and then there was the Joaquin Phoenix. For just to give an example, all the previous actors that have played that character in particular, who's loved and very, very popular in the world, all those people that have interpreted that character did a fantastic job. They did a great job. They gave it all. They gave it their all. And I'm 100% certain that a lot of these actors that portray these characters, it doesn't have to be necessarily Joker, but like, Superman, Batman, or not even a comic book character. I'm sure that a lot of these celebrities who have played these parts back in the day are humble enough to like wish the best to the successor of the roles that they've played. That's just the reality of it. And the way that these responses are like, that we're receiving, the way the responses are coming in, where people are just going to get upset and they're going to riot and they're going to make death threats if they recast this character. It's just, it's disgusting. It's really abhorrent behavior. That's what it really is. These are fanatics. I'm seeing this and I'm like, get a load of this guy. Like, really, grow up. Yes, it's sad that we lost someone in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, an actor who's done phenomenal work, especially in the last 4 years, where he was battling cancer and doing numerous treatments and surgeries in between filming it. This guy was a trooper. He did it for the fans. He also did it because he went out doing what he loves. It was his passion. And I'm sure if Chadwick Boseman was alive right now and it was his time to give up the role because he was moving on to other things, I'm sure he would be happy and grateful that he got to play the part. And he would do nothing but wish the best for his successor, as previous actors have done so when they've moved on to other things, when they had to give up a role. And then when they first hear that another actor is going to portray the part, they're happy. They're extremely excited for the actor. They do nothing but praise their successors, and that's just the way it is. I never saw Chadwick Boseman as a selfish, self-centered, egotistical kind of person. I'm sure in his spirit, he's probably looking down, I guess excited to see who would be the next Black Panther, if I had to put it in a way. But the point of this video is that you guys, everyone, we all need to learn to move on, because the fact of the matter is, and this is the reality, it's eventually going to come a time where Marvel has decided to cast a new actor for the part of Black Panther. That's just the reality of it. And when that time comes, you got to prepare yourselves. I mean, and just accept it. There's nothing you can really do about it, and all these comments and all this hate is completely unnecessary. So what if somebody else gets casted for a part that you like? It happens all the time, and it's been happening for decades. And people never forget about the actors that they saw on TV or in movie theaters, portraying their favorite characters. You think I forgot about Val Kilmer or Michael Keaton or Christian Bale playing Batman? No. I love those actors. I love how they portrayed one of my favorite characters of all time, Batman. But I'm also open to the idea of different interpretations, like Robert Pattinson being casted as Batman. I was a little upset at first, granted, but I got over it rather quickly. And now I'm actually kind of curious about how Robert Pattinson's going to portray the character, because they're exploring an aspect of the Batman character that we've really never seen before. And they're making this movie more like a detective noir kind of movie. And we get to see the detective side of Batman, you know? And I'm a fan of the character. I'm just a regular fan. All these comments that you're seeing where people say, oh, they better not recast Black Panther because Chadwick Boseman was the only and good Black Panther. If they do, I'm not watching this movie. I'm going to kill someone, or I'm going to send death threats. You know, those are fanatics. That is abhorrent behavior. That is disgusting. Okay, you're not a fan if you're behaving in that way and threatening people and whatnot. You're not a fan. You're just a total moron, is what you are if you're doing that. Anyways, the point of this video is that you need to just learn to move on. Grieve at the moment right now, yes. If you're a huge fan of Chadwick Boseman, you can grieve, yes, definitely. I mean, we all have our ways of grieving. I mean, I didn't know the guy, but it's still sad nonetheless. And we just got to prepare for the reality. And that is that eventually there's going to come a time where they decide to cast a different actor for the Black Panther. That's just how it is. It's a popular IP. We got to move on. Anyways, guys, that was all I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm sorry I didn't really upload any comic book videos or anything, but like this really caught my attention. I really needed to address it and kind of give you my perspective and how I look at it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. Also, join my Discord. The link to that is down in the description box below. You go ahead and definitely join in onto the Discord. We have a great community filled with people like you and me who like to talk about comic books, movies, games. If you have a rant that you want to like get off your chest, go ahead and submit that rant in the right channel of my Discord. If you have memes, go ahead and post those. If you want to make memes about me, you can do that as well. I also do live streams about 5 days a week, between 8:30 to 9 p.m. I start around that time, Eastern time, United States. And with the exception of Tuesdays and Sundays, that's why I didn't live stream tonight, but I'm just posting a regular video now, and I post videos daily. So with all that being said, guys, thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next comic panel.